Well, it seems like I only just did my 15,000 subscribers Q&A special video a couple weeks ago, and now I'm already at 16K. Thank you all so much for liking, subscribing, sharing, and doing all that other fun stuff. You supporting me and the channel really means a lot. There have been many times where I've felt depressed or stressed out, either because of things going on in my personal life or the pressures of my new responsibilities at work, but then I read some of your very kind and sweet comments and it cheers me up and encourages me to keep going. So again, thank you all for liking, commenting, subscribing, and doing all that other fun stuff. I may not have time to respond to comments very much anymore, but please know that I still read them and they mean a lot to me. I just don't usually have time to answer them because I rarely have a moment's peace. If it weren't for you guys enjoying my videos and expressing your love and support for all the hard work that goes into each and every one of them, I would have given up on YouTube a long time ago. So again, thank you all so much. So this 16,000 subscribers special is going to be broken up into two parts. This part is about my questions for you, talking about what ideas I have for the channel, and getting your feedback on them. So, to start things off, what are your favorite jokes that I've done in my videos? I try to be funny in my reviews when I see the opportunity. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But what are some of your favorite jokes that I've done in my videos? Because I kind of want to do one of those best of videos that you see other, much bigger YouTubers do. Or I may recycle them for my next question. Do you like YouTube Shorts? So I recently uploaded my first YouTube short, just to try and test it out. I still have no idea if it actually worked, if it actually showed up in the Shorts section on the YouTube app. I wish they would just tell you or give you the option to specifically upload a YouTube short video. That way you'd know that you've done it right. So I'd like to reuse some of my old jokes as shorts, maybe sprinkle in some new ones that I think of. But also, what other kinds of content would you like to see me do in YouTube Shorts? I thought of doing Transformers toy reviews as shorts, but apparently there's already someone else who does quick Transformers toy reviews on YouTube. I also thought of doing some quick Transformers bios as YouTube Shorts, but again, there seems to be another YouTuber doing that sort of thing, and I don't want to seem like I'm copying them. Speaking of shorts though, do you like shorter videos? I've been trying to put out shorter videos, keyword trying, mainly so that it's easier for me to edit, that way I'm not as stressed and I can get the videos out on time. It's also more succinct without me going off on some big random tangent for 5 minutes. And along with shorter videos, that means I'll have more free time for myself, which is something I've been trying to work on to try and improve. As I've learned recently, it's not very healthy to spend all your time working on videos. And finally, any suggestions on some non-Transformers shows that I should review? I'll be finishing my Transformers animated reviews very soon. And while I really want to review some other Transformers shows, like Transformers Armada, the original Robots in Disguise, and the Japanese G1 trilogy, I do think I need to diversify my videos a little bit. There's a few shows that I've been thinking of. One series I've been considering is Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is a great series. I think it would work tremendously with my format. And it's also a show that I've referenced in my videos before.
Secret tunnel! Secret tunnel!
Plus, they did announce that new live-action version recently, so the timing could work out really well. I've also thought of reviewing some of the other series from my childhood, like Reboot and Cyber 6. Cyber 6 would be really short. It's only 13 episodes, unfortunately. So that may be something that I review in between a couple of big Transformers shows. And of course Reboot was done by Mainframe, the same animation company as Beast Wars. So again, maybe I should save that for after Beast Wars and before I review Beast Machines? Although that series is like 14 seasons long, so that may take a while. I was also thinking of some other shows like She-Ra, My Little Pony, or Sailor Moon. I do want to review some more, for lack of a better term, girls shows. Again, to help bring in more of that female demographic. But I think the front runner for me, at least at the moment, is Pokemon. I loved watching this series as a kid, as I'm sure many of you probably have too. And this series seems like the perfect fit. It ticks a lot of boxes for me. It's popular with boys and girls, it's very nostalgic, and it already has a huge audience. Although I do have several concerns. For one, I fear that every episode will basically boil down to the same things. Brock is a man after my own heart. That move really shouldn't have worked on that Pokemon given the rules of the games. Pikachu and whatever other Pokemon featured in the episode are super cute and adorable. And I absolutely love all the cross-dressing that Team Rocket does. Which is usually James, but Jessie and Meowth sometimes get in on it too. And even Ash, apparently. My other big concern is that Pokemon has over 1,000 episodes. So if I did one episode per week, it would take me over 20 years just to catch up to where they are now. Plus all the episodes that they would put out over the next 20 years. I would literally be reviewing Pokemon for the rest of my life. Which actually doesn't sound that bad when you think about it. But it all depends if people would want to watch me talk about Pokemon for years and years and years. So if you have any other suggestions, let me know. Maybe there's a series that I'm forgetting? Or maybe you really don't want other shows and just want me to stick to Transformers. Maybe I should do movie reviews instead. No, on second thought, that would be kind of tough. That would be like having to review a multi-parter every single week. Although I would like to review all the MCU movies, and the Star Wars movies. No, that would be too much work to do weekly. Maybe as a monthly thing? Also, I know people have been asking me to review the Transformers movies. Maybe I should review them first? Of course, if I were to do non-Transformers reviews, I would have to use a human version of my OC. But I want to try and keep her attire generic. As much as it would be nice to have a Pokemon trainer version for reviewing Pokemon episodes, or actually a Pokemon professor would be more appropriate considering my real life job, and of course a Bender version for reviewing Avatar: The Last Airbender, and eventually The Legend of Korra, if people would be into that. But what kind of Bender would she be? I know fire is more my color scheme, but I think water would be more my thing. Or a princess version for reviewing She-Ra. Oh, you have no idea how much I want to do a princess version of my OC. Especially like a Disney princess version. That would be so cute. Of course, if I were to review Sailor Moon, I feel like she would need her own cute little Sailor Scout outfit too. Although, what planet would she... Oh right, duh. Sailor Cybertron. Aww, so cute. If I were to review some superhero shows or movies, whether it be the MCU movies, or the DC Animated Universe shows, or something like that, it would be nice for my OC to have her own superhero costume as well. I can be like Captain Canada. Oh, but I think that's already taken. Miss Canada? No, I think that's taken too. Or if I were to review Star Wars, it would be nice if she had her own Star Wars inspired outfit. Maybe something that's a mix of Mandalorian armor and Jedi robes? You know, I was actually planning on cosplaying as my own OC when I went to Galaxy's Edge at TFCon Orlando. But of course those plans were cancelled. Maybe I could review Power Rangers and she could have her own Power Rangers suit. That would be pretty cool. I actually used to draw Power Rangers a lot as a kid, although I always gave them really big muscles. Maybe if I were to review Dragon Ball Z, etc., she could have her own outfit inspired by some of my favorite characters from that franchise. Can you guess who they are? Likewise, if I were to review JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I think my OC would need attire that would match the characters in that show. Although it would be tricky because every character kind of has their own style. Or how about reviewing that Ruby Spears Mega Man cartoon? I know at least a couple of people who I could probably collab with on that series. But if I were, it would be nice if my OC had her own kind of Robot Master outfit too. Speaking of video games adapted into cartoons, I have also been rewatching the Legend of Zelda cartoon, which would also be really fun to do reviews of, but again, I would kind of like my OC to have an outfit that matched that universe. Of course, there's other shows, like Disney's Gargoyles, which I'd love to review, but instead of doing a human version of my OC, I think that she would need to be some kind of gargoyle too, right? Yeah, I think that would make sense. And similarly, if I were to do a full review of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, I think I would finally have to finish working on that Pony OC that I mentioned in my Transformers and My Little Pony crossover comics reviews. Although technically she'd be a winged wolf pup, not a pony, but hey, isn't she cute? But having her in all these wildly different outfits for every different show I may or may not review would probably take a long time and cost a lot of money. So I may just stick with something basic and try to come up with a simple standardized outfit for her that would hopefully work for multiple shows. Again, this is all if you guys want me to review non-Transformers shows. So let me know down in the comments below. Alright, now on to the part that you really care about, the Q&A. This time it'll obviously be a little different. Instead of making a community post, well, I made this video. So ask your questions down in the comments below. But before you do, this time I'm changing things up a bit and giving you some rules. First, you can make your question a part of your other comments and answers to this video, or you can post a separate comment question. Doesn't matter. Just make sure that you put the hashtag AskUltra16K in front of your question, because that's how I'm going to filter and find them. Second, I am only going to answer one question per person. Not like last time where I answered 2 or 3 questions at a time. I want to try and give more people a chance to have their questions answered. So I'm aiming for 16 this time, because of the whole 16K thing. But if I do have time, I'll try and do some bonus ones. So try to limit yourself to just one question. If you post more than one question, I'll probably only count your first one. And third, I will only be answering questions from viewers who are subscribed. Call it a call to action, or an incentive, or whatever. But I think it makes sense if I'm doing a subscriber special Q&A that the questions actually be from subscribers, right? So if you aren't subscribed, you can do so now. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe on YouTube. It's not like Twitch or Netflix or whatever. It just means that you'll find my videos in your subscription section on YouTube. Or at least that's the idea. It's not memberships. That's different. And that is something that I want to do eventually, but I just don't have the time. So yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know your answers to my questions in the comments down below. And ask your questions there too, and hopefully I'll answer them in the next week or so. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and do all that other fun stuff. And once again, thank you all so much for your love and support. It really means a lot to me.